from Assam as the Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, now gets targeted even more. More parties, that is the CPIM and CPI, have moved the Supreme Court over the video that was posted by the Assam BJP on their Twitter handle and then later removed. Remember, that was the video that projected Himanta Biswa Sarma taking aim at certain people that symbolically look like Muslims, and this is what now there are complaints being filed against Himanta Biswa Sarma about. Although the video was later deleted by the Assam BJP, but yesterday we saw Asaduddin Owaisi filing a criminal complaint against Himanta Biswa Sarma in Hyderabad police station, whereas now the left parties have decided to move the Supreme Court against Himanta Biswa Sarma. This video that was posted was a 17-second video where there was an original video of Himanta Biswa Sarma with an air rifle, and it was intercut and interspersed with some AI-generated images. Joining us now on the phone line is India Today's Anisha Mathur. Anisha, what is it that the left parties will be asking for in the Supreme Court?
Firstly, Anjali, this is not the first time that the issue of hate speech has come to the Supreme Court, and the left parties in their petition are saying clearly that the courts have passed multiple directions that if there is hate speech, if there is communally targeted speech, the police must take action. But in this particular case, as Himanta Biswa Sarma openly called for social and economic non-cooperation against a particular community, spoke out against using pejorative terms against a particular community, but no action has been taken against him. So this is a specific petition that has been filed saying that despite the fact that Himanta Biswa Sarma as a sitting Chief Minister has taken oath on the Constitution of India, which he is violating, that the police itself is not taking action, even though there are multiple orders of the Supreme Court to register FIR, this incidents like this are happening. So this basically the left parties are saying that it is a systemic issue that neither the sitting Chief Minister nor the police authorities are taking action. So now they want both the Supreme Court to step in, order registration of FIRs as well as SIT investigation monitored by the court into both the statements that have been made by the Chief Minister and the video, the images that have gone viral, to take action against those who created those images as well as circulated them, and to take action against Himanta Biswa Sarma, because they're saying clearly that this kind of hate speech has a cumulative effect. It feeds into this social political marginalization of community, and there is a constitutional duty to prevent this kind of stigmatization of a community. There is a duty on the state, that is on the government, to prevent such kind of behavior, which is not being done. Therefore, the Supreme Court needs to step in. So we'll have to see when the matter gets taken up, because today when this matter was mentioned for urgent hearing, the Chief Justice said, well, when an election is coming up, it seems that half the election is fought in the court. So it does not seem that the court was very keen on taking up this matter. But we also saw just yesterday a group of activists, social workers, activists had also moved the Supreme Court on this very same issue, that sitting Chief Ministers, whether it's Himanta Biswa Sarma, whether it's Pushkar Singh Dhami, whether it's Yogi Adityanath, they are making certain statements that target particular communities, which is both in violation of their oath of office, their oath to the Constitution, and against the Supreme Court laid down laws on hate speech.
Anisha, let's quickly inform our viewers about certain updates in this matter. As you also pointed out, the court is not very keen on giving an urgent hearing to this matter. So there is no urgent hearing for the left party's plea against Himanta Biswa Sarma. In fact, the Chief Justice of India said that let's not fight these elections in the top court. He said that the problem is that when elections take place, part of the elections are actually fought in the Supreme Court. So this is why the court is not keen on giving any urgent hearing to this plea. And they are saying that we will see when we can possibly list this plea. Now, this plea has been filed by CPI and CPIM, the left parties, and they are seeking action against Himanta Biswa Sarma for that viral video which was posted by the BJP of Assam, and that was later deleted. In fact, the lawyer for the CPI is saying that police has not taken any action despite complaints, and they have said that the Supreme Court had passed directions for immediate action on hate speech, but police is not doing anything. And that is when the CJI said that we will see when we can list this plea for hearing, as elections should not be fought in the court. And once again, let's cut across to Anisha Mathur. Anisha, clearly the court understands that a lot of it is just rhetoric because the elections are approaching in the state.
Well, actually, that the problem here is that this kind of political rhetoric, and as the petitions have also pointed out, it feeds into this entire system of speeches that cross over the line from political rhetoric into hate speech. And that is why these petitions today, the two petitions that are being filed today, and earlier also, we've seen very clearly the Supreme Court laying down the rules. It is there in our Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, it is there in criminal laws, in the...
Right, absolutely. And it seems that the court has acknowledged the plea, but it has not listed it for any urgent hearing, and is saying that we will see when we can list it. But remember, this is a video that was posted by the BJP handle, the Assam BJP handle, and not the Chief Minister himself. In fact, yesterday, he gave an interview to India Today, and he said that I am ready to go to jail, do what you want to. He said I am not wrong, and he was not ready to back down. In fact, he was making it clear that these videos or any rhetoric that he does, anything that he says, is against the people he considers infiltrators. He says these are the people who have come from outside the country and are occupying land in our country, and he says it is a matter of my right as a citizen and the citizen of the state. And that's where he said clearly to India Today that I will go to jail if required, I don't care. So the Chief Justice of India also, meanwhile, as he was listening to a petition that was brought in by the left parties, has decided not to give an urgent hearing to them. And Anisha is once again with us. Anisha, the hate speech matter, as you rightly pointed out, has been in the court multiple times. But here, there is a matter of a chief minister, a man on a constitutional post, and also he is not backing down, and he does have this one argument in place, and that is he was not the one that tweeted that video.
Well, see, we'll have to see how this works out, because this petition is not just talking about the video, it is also talking about the speeches that the Chief Minister has made. And as we were discussing earlier, Anjali, this is not the first time that the Supreme Court has been asked to step in when there are speeches made in public which cross the line into from political rhetoric into hate speech. We saw this happening in 2022, 23, when the multiple petitions were filed in 2018, when the initial judgment in the Tehsil Poonawalla case had come, where the Supreme Court had clearly said that political speeches, and there's a difference between political speech and hate speech, that incitement against particular communities or identification of any communities and othering of communities is something that is not acceptable in this democratic country under the Constitution. So that is why our viewers would remember, since then, 2017-18, when these cases had come in the Supreme Court regarding hate speech, the court was very clear that it is for the police and for the authorities in the state to take action immediately when such a speech is made, or such videos are made, or when such images are made against the persons who are making them and the persons who are circulating them as well. We've seen this happen in cases where people have been have faced FIRs, people have faced criminal action. In this particular case, however, we are seeing these PILs being filed, saying clearly that these are not just now ordinary people. These are constitutional authorities, people who've taken oath of office, taken an oath on the Constitution of India, who are now violating that very same oath. So when it comes to a sitting chief minister who is making a statement, and this, again, I will repeat for argument, this is not just about the viral video, it is also about the speeches that have been made. That
absolutely. So the plea sort of encompasses many other instances, not just this viral video. Thank you very much, Anisha, for those details.